Hey everybody, welcome back to the Movie Pod. My name's Isaac, Joseph our co-host, and we have a special co-host today, my dog Baxter.
Yeah.
He wanted to join in today to shit on the Oscars. So yeah, gonna be a good episode. What do you think? What do you think, Baxter boy? Now we have a little bit to talk about. We just wanted to quickly go over all the Oscar winners. We did our nominations a week or two ago. It's only right now that we look at the winners. I didn't even watch the full ceremony this year. I watched like half of it. I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't care about some of the things. And again, it was kind of boring. The best part was when Conan O'Brien called out Kendrick at the after.
I don't know if you should say it because he had to lower her up.
That's true.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. Don't worry, I'm lawyered up.
They were the best. That was the best part.
Well, that and Conan making fun of Adam Sandler.
Yeah, on his outfit.
Yeah.
Bro, Adam Sandler is a G.
I think that was staged. I want to say it was staged.
Probably. It's but all of it is.
Yeah, you'd like to.
Except Will Smith's slap.
Oh, wow.
That's so good. It'll never happen again.
Yeah, that's peak Oscars. No, but I did like Conan as this year's announcer host. Yeah, host. I like him. He's funny. He's cool. And no, there was a few good moments. My dog wants to leave the room now, so I better go open the door for him.
He's gone now.
He's gone.
He'll be back soon.
He'll be back. Where were we? Yeah, Oscars. Conan was a great host. I did like him.
Better than Jimmy Kimmel.
This year's Oscars was a little bit controversial.
Yeah, across the board, really.
Across the board, yeah. We'll go through the big ones: actors, actresses, director, animated short film. I'll touch on not animated short film, animated feature film, cinematography. Just the big ones. Actor in a leading role did go to Adrien Brody from The Brutalist.
Yeah.
Now,
that movie has an intermission.
Really? It is long. It's what, 3 hours?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours,
35 minutes.
We said we were going to watch some of the Oscars films during our nomination episode. We didn't watch any of them, and I'm probably not going to. If there's one I'm going to watch, it'll be Anora, which we'll touch on in a second.
Yeah, I got to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a second. But The Brutalist...
We'll probably have something to watch on our trips.
Yeah, true. When I go to Japan, he goes to Europe in April.
Our airplane flights. So, at least a few of these will be on there, and we'll have some time to kill. Maybe I'll watch The Brutalist on the plane.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this is his second award.
Our second one. He won one in early 2000s or something.
Yeah,
right?
I think people are mad at him. He also, aside from the AI thing, which I don't know if you want to touch on, but he also did a speech where people are a little annoyed at because he did the whole "stop the music" thing, which is the exact same.
Longest
he did that
speech in Oscars history.
Yeah, well, he did that "stop the music" thing in his original speech when he won.
Yeah,
so
right.
People are kind of just like, all right, you've done it once. Like,
yeah.
So, and I've seen it. I'm like, all right, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, you don't own it. You don't own the place.
Nor is he some kind of... Yes, he's won an Oscar, and congratulations for him for winning an Oscar. But I wouldn't put him up in
the biggest actor.
No, I wouldn't put him up in like the Leos, the Pitts.
No, I haven't really seen anything he's in.
Seen bits and pieces.
I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen him
on
a
YouTube
little bit
Shorts.
In,
That's actually disconcerting. I've seen him in YouTube Shorts.
I've seen him a little bit
TikTok.
In that show with Cillian Murphy, Peaky Blinders. A little bit in that. But that's all I know. Yeah, he's in Peaky. So 2024 Oscars, Peaky Blinder actor Cillian Murphy. 2025 Oscar winner, Peaky Blinders actor Adrien Brody.
Peaky Blinders. I'm on like season 3, but
my mum loves it. I've watched bits and pieces of it. But otherwise, I've not really known to Adrien Brody. But yeah, he did the longest Oscar speech in history. It was like 5 minutes and 31 seconds. He got a Guinness World Record for it. Kind of funny, but touching on the AI thing, he had to portray an accent. What was the actress name? Hungarian. And he couldn't get it 100% right.
Apparently it is quite difficult to perfect it. And I understand that languages are hard.
But there would be an actor out there that can do it. Giving a performance, though, I know some people are better at doing voices and accents and sometimes not as good as doing a physical portrayal. But AI shouldn't be used in film at all. That was a big point of the strikes. The wind is really picking up. Guys, we're getting a cyclone here in Brisbane. Pray for us. We might lose power for a few days. So we're going to smash this episode out. But yeah, we're getting a cyclone category 2 at the moment. So pray for us. It's getting windy.
Here comes the hurricane, bitch! Oh! Katrina!
I'm fine with it being used in the movie. I'm just not okay with him being awarded an Oscar award. It's almost as if a singer used auto-tune, and then like it's a bit different for singers. They don't get it for like auto-tune and not auto-tune. But if they were to, like, if that were to come into it, if there were two artists who created like really great songs, the one with more skill would be the one that didn't use AI. Sorry, auto-tune, I should say.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Arguably that the writing of the song and whatnot and the like everything's better of the song, but out and out singing, yeah, I think it's the same for acting.
I agree. Look, I haven't seen it, so I don't want to be too harsh. He won it, so obviously he would have done a good job.
And yeah, every other department in the acting would have been good too.
Yeah, sure. But the fact there still was AI involved, so there was artificial intelligence involved. Yeah. It wasn't all him. And a big part of the strikes was to not allow AI in film. Enhancing things like that, I will allow, but taking over roles is a big no-no. Especially I want to work in film, so that is scary that AI is starting to have the capability to actually take over jobs in the film industry. But if it's used to enhance things, it can be used as a tool. People got to look at it as a tool. Like CGI, like all that, it just can't replace things. Sure, you can use it to enhance things, but not replace things. But when it comes down to winning a big award like the Oscars, the biggest award you can win, it should be all talent. It should be 100% talent.
Yeah, I think it just takes away from the actual role that little bit. Yeah. Sebastian Stan can speak Romanian. I think he has Romanian heritage.
Yeah, right.
But he can speak perfect Romanian, and I think there's a role in which he needs to.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So he gets so he benefits from that.
Yeah.
And then you have Spanish speaking actors and actresses, and Hungarian. It's not as big, and out of at least the range of most Americans, I would say. I'm not sure where he's from, but so probably deserved to go to maybe somebody else.
Yeah, that was Sebastian Stan, who was nominated for The Apprentice, playing Donald J. Trump. And then there was Timothée Chalamet for Complete Unknown. He was probably the fan favorite.
Sure.
Timothée Chalamet has really grown on me. I used to not be a big fan of him at all, but I do like him a lot more now. I think he has talent, and I think
he has passion. Did you see his speech?
Yeah, I did.
And everyone got mad for him for his speech. I think the difference between his speech and it was Adrien's speech. One, he's already done it. Timothy hasn't, and Timothy was more so that he wants to strive to be the best.
Yeah,
and that he wants to.
Yeah. He's only 29.
Yeah,
and he's got a really bright career still ahead.
I think he's done some great roles, and I feel a bit. We'll get to it, but I feel bad for him about Dune. Wonka was pretty good. I don't think he got nominated for that last year.
Not for actor, I don't think.
Yeah. But having a not follow up Gene Wilder, but kind of follow because it's a prequel.
Yeah, like you would use that as a kind of
but you have to do it so they're also not there yet.
Yeah. He still has a lot of growth to get to the person he is in that one. Yeah.
So I think he's had some pretty good. For a lot of our young actors, he's I think had a lot of depth and range in his roles.
Yeah, I agree. Sure. Actor in a supporting role now. I was quite happy with this one. Again, I hadn't really seen any of these movies. But it did go to Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Now, I want to check this movie out. It was written by the co-star in it, guy that plays Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network,
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
The movie was actually wrote by him. Screenplay was by Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh yeah, okay. He showed it in. There was a theater somewhere where he showed it for the first time, and he pops up and he talks about it. It's just him, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm not there, but." Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure what he says in it, but it's like a little in this singular theater that he shows it.
But out of like all the Oscar movies this year, I think A Real Pain will be the first one I go and watch. I think that it looks deserving for Kieran Culkin. He's been a really good actor as of late. He's really been on the come up, winning Golden Globes, now Oscars. I really want to check it out. Obviously
Did we show it here?
I don't remember us getting it. It says it came out the 26th of December 2024 in Australia. Jesse Eisenberg also directed it. Okay.
It's the same day as Sonic, so I'm gonna go with no.
I didn't see it at the cinema. I work at one, and I did not see this come through. Maybe it did for 3 days or something. But yeah, a lot of these films don't really come to us in Australia, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anora only just came to Australia this week,
Okay.
and it's only at maybe 3 cinemas.
So there's a few reasons why. Well, the main reason, it's apparently very sexual.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, heard that too.
And I didn't know this, but they didn't have an intimacy coordinator.
Yeah, I saw that last night. Was that? Did you send me that video?
Yeah, maybe. Because he was talking about how, like, in theatre, you need, like, if you give somebody a peck on the cheek, you need a coordinator now.
Yeah.
And
they didn't have one.
Apparently, there's just, like, a lot of sex in this film.
That's crazy.
So that might be a little concerning with the climate of things. With, I mean, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Justin.
True.
So you'd think that those steps would be taken, but not. Maybe not. Apparently not. If nothing comes out of it, then good. Like, if nobody's hurt or anything, then fantastic. We don't want it to be, but we need them for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little weird.
The movie's still pretty good. People enjoy it. What was this for?
What, Nora?
Yeah, what was it voted on?
Well, Nora got nominated for a heap. For actor and supporting role, they go to Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, but the supporting actor in Nora got nominated as well. Edward Norton got nominated for A Complete Unknown. I would have liked to see him win just because it's Edward Norton, but I'm okay with actor in a supporting role going to Kieran Culkin. Seems like a good guy, seems like a good actor, and I'll check out A Real Pain. I definitely, out of all these movies, I'll probably watch that one first. Actress in a leading role, and this is where I went to Nora's main actress, Mickey Madison.
Yeah.
Mickey Madison. She won that one over Wicked star, Substance star Demi Moore, Amelia Perez star.
I've heard the Substance is quite good. Margaret Qualley.
I've heard it too. I never saw it. At first, I thought it was just a corny horror movie. When I first saw that it was nominated for Oscar, I was like, that's a joke, right? Because I just thought it was one of the horror movies that come out every 2 weeks nowadays. But no, apparently this is actually a genuinely good film, so I'll check it out. It's rated R18 here in Australia.
Yeah, it's quite. Yeah.
So actress in a leading role, went to Mickey Madison for Anora. And
so is Anora Mexican or is that the one that?
Oh yeah, because actress in supporting role also no, that's not me.
So it was Amelia Perez that happened.
Yeah, it was Amelia Perez.
Right, I thought it was Madison who was holding the Oscar. Who was saying it.
No,
okay.
Because
I only saw one clip of it.
Actress in a supporting role went to Zoe Slander for Amelia Perez. Now she's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Zoe Zaldana.
Yeah. Wait, what did I say?
Zaldini or something.
Did I say Zoe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Her. She's in Guardians of the Galaxy. She's in Avatar.
Yeah.
She won actress in a supporting role. Yeah, do you wanna?
So was it her who said it?
Yes, it was her.
I don't know it was her.
Yeah.
Really?
About the Mexican thing.
Yeah. So I think it was a Mexican journalist who, maybe not a journalist, but a Mexican lady who was there, and she had mentioned that she felt as though the movie had Mexican stereotypes. And then Zoe clutching her Oscar was told her that she disagreed with her. It's a little awkward when she's on stage getting presented her award, doing her speech, and she gets told that it's stereotypical. A lot of the Amelia Perez cast has been found on racial problems. Yeah,
there's been a lot coming up on, like, in the last decade, people finding things.
Yeah, in 2008, one of the cast members said a lot of poor things about some religions.
Do you know what cast member was that? The Carla Sofia Gascon, the main actress of it?
Maybe.
Who was also nominated for actress in a leading role. She didn't win.
Yeah, I think so.
It just looks ridiculous. I saw some TikToks and reels come up, and And the fact it was even nominated for the Oscars in the first place, it looks ridiculous. It has 20-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics don't like it.
20%.
Yeah, critics don't like it. Audiences don't like it. Let me get it up. I want it to be 100%. I want to be right. But
the music in it.
Wait, no, it went no. I was wrong. What was 20? This was 72% critic, 16% audience. 16% audience.
Well, clearly the critic is going to be high. It's nominated.
Yeah.
But
again,
actually,
a lot of it.
But even 79% critic.
Yeah.
How many more
for an Oscar?
How many more Oscar-winning movies?
Yeah, Oscar-winning movies are in the 90s.
Like at least 85 or higher on critics.
Yeah. A big. The reason Amelia Perez is as big as it is in terms of awards is because of the themes it portrays, and Hollywood leaning that way a lot more now, which is ridiculous. Who cares about that shit? Just if it's good, nominate it. If it's shit, forget about it. Like I don't care what's in it. I just want to watch a good film.
We haven't seen it. We don't know what it's about.
Exactly.
But it's just I've read a few bits on it.
Yeah.
The plot.
It
there's a
looks
book
ridiculous.
about it, which I think did a lot better than the movie, because I don't think the book was a musical.
Like I'll show you one clip.
Is it just the song?
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's all you need to watch to know what this how
Copyright.
Woman to men, to woman, from penis to vagina.
Like that's all you need to hear to know what kind of film that is, and that's like you listen to that. That's not an Oscar-winning film, man. What's happened to the Oscars? That's ridiculous. Most corny,
And then-
most woke shit, man.
And then do we want to talk about how half the voters?
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
Oh no, I was going to ask if you wanted to.
What, Dune?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we get to Dune, we'll get to that.
I wasn't sure from where we were. Yeah.
Next up is
Is it?
animated feature film. Disney didn't win this. W in the chat.
Did
Disney
they put
have
anything out
lost.
this year?
Yeah, Inside Out 2. Disney has lost
Right.
animated film 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
Apparently, Inside
Hello,
Out 2
Disney.
isn't woke, so that's why.
Inside Out 2 isn't woke.
Not
People
not in
thought it was going to be a
comparison.
lot more woke
Yeah.
than it was. I thought Inside Out 1 was better. I think maybe just because I was younger, Inside Out 2 was kind of boring. Maybe I think that's just because I was a bit older and it's really
Sure,
a kids movie.
sure.
Yeah. El Disney, you didn't win. It went to Flow. I didn't hear of this movie. It actually comes out, I think, next week here in Australia.
Right. So we couldn't watch it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. The poster looks sick though. It's like a cat in the
okay.
ocean or some shit.
What
Poster looks
the-
sick. I want to watch it.
Right.
I'm happy that won, even though I know nothing about it. But I was rooting for the Wild Robot. That was probably the fan favorite to win, the Wild
Sure.
Robot. It didn't win, but
What company is Flow coming from?
Flow coming from, I think, nothing big. Dreamworld Studio. Take 5? Which I've heard of.
Okay.
Or am I getting
No
that?
idea. But
Or am I getting that just mixed up with Take 2?
yeah, maybe.
Probably. Rockstar. But yeah, it's like an indie studio in like
Okay.
Europe.
Might give it a
somewhere.
watch. It might be really existential with cat in the middle of the ocean, the water.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I'm glad Disney didn't win. So yeah, that's animated feature. Now cinematography went to the Brutalist as well. Other nominations were Amelia Perez, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and
Nosferatu, I heard should have won.
I heard that was very
Nosferatu
good
was
too.
very good.
I never got to watch it. I did want to see it though. That did look good, and apparently it was very good. But Dune also probably should have won. It had Greg Fraser as the cinematographer. It's like a A-list cinematographer in Hollywood. It went to the Brutalist. Again, haven't seen it. It's a 3.5 hour long movie. I'm sure it is great. So congratulations to the Brutalist. I don't even know what the Brutalist is about. I'm not
Making
watching a
it to
3.5 hour
America.
movie.
The Journey to America.
is
Something
that?
like that.
Yeah, okay, right. I'm not gonna watch it. It's too long. I'm not doing that. Dune Part 2, maybe robbed, maybe not. I don't know. Went to the Brutalist. I can't really complain about that one. At least it didn't go to Amelia Perez. I can't see Amelia Perez having stunning cinematography. I don't know why it would need
Mexico's a
stunning
nice place.
cinematography. Sure, but like you
Fitting it in, it'd be
yeah,
pointless.
like you think of a movie like Amelia Perez and then you think of Dune. You think Dune's
Sure.
gonna have masterpiece
'Cause you-
cinematography.
you travel.
It's a sci-fi and stuff like that.
The
And Amelia
objective is like
Perez-
an A to B.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get. Yeah. I suppose The Brutalist does make sense. It's like a traveling thing. You're going across the countries.
Yeah.
So that would make sense for it to have good cinematography.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So again, I'm not complaining about that one. That one seems fair. Costume design went to Wicked. That seems fair. Seems legit. Directing now went to Sean Baker for Nora. Now, Sean Baker won heaps. He was up on stage like 6 times at the Oscars. Right. He was for the writing, for directing, for when the actual thing won, as a producer, for the editing. He was the editor of it, which we'll get to. But he was up on stage a bunch of times. He won that for directing. I was rooting for James Mangold as for a complete unknown, just because I love James Mangold, great actor. But Amelia Perez was also nominated. The Brutalist, The Substance, complete unknown. Yeah, so Nora won up against The Brutalist, a complete unknown, Amelia Perez, and The Substance, like the big 5 this year at the Oscars. Yeah. I would have liked to see James Mangold win. We went to Sean Baker. Sean Baker seems like an alright guy. I was listening to him talk. But again, I need to watch Nora. I'll probably check it out.
I think I'll at least have a look at, like, I'll watch Nora. I'll watch The Substance.
Yeah.
I might watch Amelia Perez just for the shits and gigs.
Sure. If you do it, I'll do it.
And Brutalist will probably be the hardest to get through, to be honest. Yeah, just the length of it.
The length of it.
That's where it'll be. Hopefully it's on the plane.
Yeah. And then, film editing. Next up, Anora, Sean Baker up against Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Brutalist.
Nosferatu I also want to watch.
Yeah.
That got rubbed up with a few things I heard. Too.
Yeah, I did hear that. It wasn't really well deserved. It didn't get what it deserved at the Oscars. But yeah, film editing, I would think, even Wicked looked like it would be a type of film that would have good film editing, but it went to Anora, Sean Baker. Makeup and hairstyling went to The Substance, which, makes sense being a horror film. Wicked, though, you would think would be up there. It did get nominated. Nosferatu went not nominated. Amelia Perez and Different Man, but it went to The Substance. Now, music, original score. The score went to The Brutalist. Now, Dune Part 2. Dune has amazing score. It wasn't even nominated, though.
Who's the I know the composer from Dune.
Dennis, the guy that's coming here.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. Yeah, he's the composer. Wow,
yeah.
Hans Zimmer's the composer of Dune. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Genuinely incredible.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
I know. Yeah, you can't go to the concert, eh? Yeah. You'll be gone.
The day I leave. I probably could. I could probably go there during the day, come home,
and then,
go to the play.
Yeah, true.
But no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. That'd be too rough. But yeah, he didn't even get nominated for Dune.
That's absurd.
So Dune was big robbed. When we get to Best Picture, we'll touch on that, but that's...
Well, is it because it's the same song as the original?
Well, no, because it still had new scores.
Well, sure, it would have had some,
new film. Music original song went to some probably whack song from Amelia Perez. It was from Amelia Perez. No idea what the song is. Don't want to listen to it, because the 3 songs I have heard from Amelia Perez, I was like, how was this nominated for an Oscar in the first place? So I'm going to completely skip that one before I lose my mind. But it went to Amelia Perez. Okay. Elton John got nominated for Never Too Late. His song Never Too Late. You know what movie that was for? Oh no, from Elton John, Never Too Late.
Right.
He had like a movie come out. You know how Taylor Swift had the Eras movie? Elton John had one called Elton John, Never Too Late.
I saw him on a thing this morning with Chappell Roan.
Oh yeah?
They were singing together, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Alright, Best Picture. The big one, obviously we know it went to Anora. Now this is what I want to say, how Dune Part 2 was really just thrown under the bus at this year's Oscars. People, a part of the Academy, came out and said they hadn't even watched Dune Part 2. Like, there wasn't just one person that came out and said that. There was a few of them.
A good amount.
Yeah, there was a good amount of people that came out and said they didn't watch Dune Part 2. That is ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous. Like, that voting system is automatically invalid.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably one of the worst Oscars in a very long time. It really was.
I don't know how, as a voter, you don't watch all of them.
Exactly. It makes 0 sense, and it invalidates the whole thing.
Yeah.
It just does. It invalidates the whole thing. The Oscars really is becoming... Like, Oscars used to be this massive thing, and it still is. I know that, but it's becoming more of a joke.
Yeah.
And it isn't... movies and people that deserve it with the talent aren't getting it anymore.
The quality's really dropped. Yeah, and they're still, they still expect the Oscar reward to be unequal.
Mm.
But yeah, no, none of these movies probably push out anything from. I know we were looking at the list of 90s films the other day. And the quality jump from now to then.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, even I watched The Sixth Sense for the first time, full watch through last night, and the little boy in it, he was nominated for an Oscar up against Michael Caine, Tom Cruise, and Jude Law in the one year. He lost to Michael Caine, which is valid, it's Michael Caine. But the fact, like, a 10-year-old kid got nominated for an Oscar, you don't have that kind of acting anymore. You don't.
No.
You just don't. I don't know what's happened. If it's just an agenda that's trying to be pushed and trying to be inclusive. Dude, it's an entertainment industry. You just gotta find the best people for the job. They're out there. These people exist. They're still out there. It's just...
I don't think it's all that. I think it's also just laziness in what we've got. Because we've been...
And it's
we've
more of
been
a business
degrading
now.
since like the 2010s, I'd say.
It's more of a business now. These 3D studios. You just have to look at Disney. All the big studios are becoming like that. They just want to quickly put a movie out and get paid.
The disassociation between the creation and the money, I think.
Yeah.
It's easy for somebody up top to not actually look down and appreciate what they've got.
It's because you don't have creative people working in this industry anymore. Yeah. You just have business people
who make the most money.
Want to make money from it.
Yeah.
It's a money making opportunity that they join in on. And they're not creative people at all. They don't care about the stories. That's unfortunately what's happened. The film industry just started to make too much money, and greedy business people decided to jump in on the train. Yeah, and
politicians.
Barack Obama, like the end of that movie.
Oh, the Netflix film.
Yeah, The End of the World or some shit.
Yeah. That was just because I think he was bored. At least he did that at the end of his president. Like,
sure.
At least he wasn't in the heat of it when he released that. Yeah. So I can ignore that as a political thing because he doesn't gain anything out of it.
A little funny.
It's funny as shit because he makes Ethan Hawke and his Julia Roberts. He makes Julia Roberts racist.
Yeah, a little funny. Now Dune.
Ethan Hawke.
This is where
a pussy.
This is where Dune got its recognition. Finally, it won Best Sound and Best Visual Effects, which, especially Best Visual Effects, you're like, yeah, Dune's gonna have to win that one. So it did. Thank God. It was up against Alien, Romulus, Better Man, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. Out of all those, I think the order would go Dune Part 2, Better Man, Wicked,
for special
Alien,
effects?
Romulus, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, yeah. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was... The monkeys were so computer generated.
Sure. Okay.
They were really tacky.
Yeah. And sound,
then sound as well. Dune Part 2, wouldn't argue that one. So congrats for that. Writing went to Conclave. This was adapted screenplay, so this is like a book to a movie, a sequel, a play to a movie, something that just isn't originally new. It went to Conclave up against A Complete Unknown. That was a biopic. Amelia Perez, which was a novel before. Nickel Boys, which I believe was a novel before. And Sing Sing, which was probably play before. Now, writing screenplay went to Sean Baker for Nora. Again, Sean Baker winning again. So this was a brand new story. Up against The Substance, September 5, A Real Pain by Jesse Eisenberg. That would have been cool to see him win. And The Brutalist. So that was the Oscars 2025. Real shit year. Really, really shit. And... It was just terrible. I'm sorry. And when you had such a good host this year as well, but 2024 was just a shit year for movies. Yeah. And
we're on the up now. What have we got?
I hope so.
So Captain America won't be it.
Captain America won't be it.
Minecraft won't be it.
We got a lot more blockbusters coming out this year. Yeah. 2026 is when it really hits. We've got a Steven Spielberg UFO movie coming. We've got Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey coming. And we've got, I think it's a Martin Scorsese movie.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw there was they're the big three. So 2026 is going to be the cinematic cinematic year back for films. And this is the blockbuster back for films. And 2024 was this.
Well, we're also getting the Avengers film next year.
And Avengers, yeah.
So that's starting filming in April.
I think it's going to get delayed.
In London.
Yeah, and you're there. Yeah, you're there. Yeah, you said that.
Go visit the set. In April.
Go visit the set.
Oh my!
I can see that movie definitely being delayed though, because they're filming like a year out from when it's meant to be released.
Yeah. Well, it's also Spider-Man they're doing in London
and
as well.
Spider-Man 2, yeah. Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
But that was this year's Oscars, the 97th Academy Awards. Really whack year, I'm sorry. But let us know what you guys think. Again, we didn't really watch any of these movies. One, because, well, it's not our fault. They didn't even come to Australia, or they're only just coming here now.
Yeah.
And two,
No.
didn't even hear about them until they were nominated.
Yeah.
Amelia Perez was never heard of that until it was nominated.
All
So-
the controversy. It's either
And
was
the
nominated
controversy.
or had controversy around it.
exactly.
So, going
So-
into the Oscars, there just shouldn't be that kind
No,
of
man,
controversy.
it's all about talent. Like, how it used to be. It's a real shame the way Hollywood's going, and it needs to be
Who does
fixed.
vote on it? Who do they
It's the
pick? Is it-
Academy. I don't
who-
even know.
What does that mean? The Academy.
I don't even know who's
Is
in
there
the...
a
I
bunch
know
of
one
hired
person who's in
people?
the Academy, Nick Gillard, who did the choreography for the prequels. He's in the Academy. So it's random people who I think that just worked and did something in film. I don't know how they're chosen. But they can't work on films anymore either. They have to be retired
Sure,
from filmmaking.
Yeah, how do they pick them? Is it randomized every year?
I have no clue.
Like,
It's really... Yeah.
because that's how you get
Controversy.
clear biases.
Exactly. People, and nowadays, a lot more of these voters, again, are people that woke, push an agenda themselves, have their own personal bias that influence their vote, when that's not what it should be about. If I was in the Academy, sure, there would be films
Should
that
be like
I
a
like
jury.
over others, but I would know that, say there was one film I liked over another one, I can still recognize that that film's better. Like, my favorite movie of all time isn't the best movie of all time, it's my
No.
favorite. And when you're voting for awards like this, you need to put your bias aside and look at the technical aspects of the film
Yeah.
and vote on if it is actually the best.
And then not what it says
Not
to
what
the
your
outside
opinion
world,
is.
or not,
Exactly.
not how it impacts the outside world.
Just
That's-
how it
should be
is
how
as a
it's based.
genuine film.
Yeah, how it's gonna hold up in time. Yeah, no, but it should be like a jury. But instead of none of
Yeah,
them knowing
yeah.
anything about it, they should know all about it.
All about it, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So, but we'll see. 2026 Oscars should be a lot more exciting.
It should be, yeah. Next
Uh,
year.
I don't think there's going to be there's a lot more movies coming out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A lot more big bosses.
A lot more
We're getting out
competition.
of that. 2023 was when we got all them. 2023 was a great year. That was when we got out of COVID and all the movies delayed from COVID came out.
Yeah.
2024 was still coming off the back of the strikes. It was a shit
Yeah.
year. And now
The strikes were
2025.
in like December.
Yeah,
weren't they?
the
November.
writers and the actors. So
Yeah.
now 2025 and 2026 is going to be where we come back from the
Try to
strikes.
fill all those holes
Yeah.
until there's more.
So yeah, that's that. Let us know what you guys thought of this year's Oscars. Were these winners deserving? Who should have been nominated? Who should have won? Let us know what you guys thought, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode of the movie. But I'm not sure when that will be. We might lose power for a few days. Cyclone is coming, so pray for us. No, we'll be right. You can't wait. It's gonna be fun. But no, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, we'll catch you guys then.
See you guys.
Cheers.